we started working out together, but at the same time, like I saw, yeah, we did. Shout out to Jad, 60 calories.
That's an inside joke that I do
Yeah,
not
it is.
yet.
Yeah, it is. You will see that. That's why I describe myself as like a messenger.
I want to do a podcast with Khalil and Willie and all those.
Hey man,
all those guys.
hey, hey, yeah. You say a lot of things. You say a lot of stuff, but you don't walk it.
Do you feel like you'd be better off if you had no relationships in your life?
Cut.
I want to do one last thing before we cut it off.
Yeah.
There's a trick I learned. I think Chris Brown did it once. I don't know if you can see.
You see how genuine it is, bro?
I always had a problem sitting like this. I don't know how you do it.
I mean, I got used to it because of because of yoga and all that.
You do yoga?
I mean, I used to often. Now it's just because like I got used to like taking a position like that. So that's why like people they look at me weird, like, why are you sitting like this?
Man, we're gonna itch.
I'm cool for now. I mean, I don't know about you. You got short sleeves, so I'm worried for you now.
You're wearing shorts.
But still, though, I don't feel that.
Okay, so it'll start with my shot right there, and I'll read my little intro.
Yeah.
I have some questions prepared for you too.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, okay. Yeah, I'll probably keep it too, because I don't really cut anything off of the.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good because the first one I was like, man, it feels like you had a lot.
The cut.
No, a lot behind the scenes. Not a cut.
Yeah, no, I didn't cut anything.
Yeah.
I just wanted to keep it raw because I feel like the audience is more engaged when they see us talking before even we start like a script or anything.
I prefer that.
Yeah.
I prefer it because it's real.
So yeah, I don't know how to sit. Okay. Hold on to your spine, so we dive into surfing life. We got. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I sound like a like a UFC.
Narrator. You sound like a narrator, bro.
I sound like
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm working on my voice, my podcast voice.
For real.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna be like 2 hours long because we have so much to talk about.
I mean, it's good
Yeah, it's good.
content.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Curious Minds, where we dive beneath the surface into the life of our guests to understand who they are and why they do what they do. Every conversation reveals something new, and today we have my good friend Jonathan joining us.
Yeah, that's what's up. What's up, man?
Hey, I think that's my second time doing an intro, and I think that was the best one.
For real?
Yeah.
Look, for the audience, I feel special because I don't want to like take enough space for the intro, but like this dude has been working hard for this, especially for that type of content. It's because like, man, I've really admired, even though I'm older than he is, like I just see how he dedicates himself to do 100% of everything that he loves, and that's what I enjoy seeing out of like I say little brother, but like, because I've tend to like really grow with him as a not just a friend but as a brother as well. So like, I'm happy for you, man. Not for real. Like, just I feel special to be in this position that I am right now.
I appreciate it, and I feel like you're one of the only people that have shown that much support into whatever I did. People tend to stick around, and then they like what you do, and then when you stop doing that one thing, they just like, because they don't love it anymore, they just like stop showing love, stop supporting. And that's okay too, because you have your own interests and stuff, but the fact that because I have a lot of phases and I love to start new things, and for everything that I've started and done in my life, you've always been there to support.
Yeah,
so I appreciate that. So I want to give your flowers.
Nah, man, thank you, I appreciate it, man. But that's what's up. I mean, but like, you're not the only one who goes through phases too. Like me too. Like I publicize myself way too much like that.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, but it's okay though, because people go through phases, but it's normal. Like it's normal because like, you don't need to stick in one box, especially like us as individuals that we are. Like, if we want to get something that we want, and we want to work hard for it, like this how we do it. Like, we dedicate 100% on it. Like, there's no shortcuts. We always have to earn things instead of being given. That's been the, like, I mean, for me, as far as my experiences of life, that this is how I've been. That's how I've been taught, and not just taught, but this is how I've been living through it too. So, I mean, we go through phases. It's normal. That's just not just us. Like, that's just for everybody that wants to get it. But I think
it's healthy. It's healthy to go through phases, because if you put yourself, like you said, in that one box and you tell yourself, no, I'm this or I'm that, and if it stops working out, or you stop loving that thing, but you keep saying, no, but I'm this, but so why don't I love it? Or you ask yourself, like, okay, why don't I enjoy that anymore? You're not limited to that box. You can step out of that box and do something else.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, but the problem is with, like, people nowadays, I don't know, I think it's more until like 2020 until now. It's just that, like, people, like, are just scared to do the first step because they have, like, it could be financial issues, it could be mental health issues, it could be the space, the environment, the timing. But I mean, look, like, you gotta understand that, like, the first step is when you dictate your time. At first, like, yeah, you could go in, like, let's say you want to start off fresh on something that is, like, game changing for you, like, for your life, let's say.
Yeah.
People tend to, like, really hesitate to, like, do the first step, or just make that first step. But that first step should not be perfect. It never is. Like, it never is perfect, but it's gonna be a perfect story for you, because this is the journey that you will take for you to, like, not just perfect yourself, but know how you, like, who you are and what you're doing it for as well. And that's way more important than just making it perfect, because making it perfect is really, that's synthetic for me.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it in life, like, because if you wanted to make it perfect, it's not always gonna be perfect. Like, life has always his ups and downs and all that, and like, and as individuals, we've been through that too, so that's important. That's important to know that, like, look, as far as your first step, it should not be perfect. You got to execute it, and no matter what is in front of you, you got to execute it as you wish, but you got to be cautious and careful. You got to be informed. You got to have information on your side for you to make those next steps, because next steps, it will see progress as far as a human being that you are right now.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I started this podcast, is because I want to shine a light on the people that are around me, and I feel like you have a lot of potential and a lot of wisdom to share with people, and I realize that a lot of people have things to say, but they don't have a platform to share it on. So I want to become that platform. Like you heard in my intro, I said where we dive beneath the surface into the life of our guests to understand who they are and why they do what they do. But okay, let's start with this. If someone asks you, who are you? Who is Jonathan? How do you tell them who you are, and what do you start by saying to them?
Man, that's a tough question, because there's not a lot of people that told me that too, because, like, for me, who I am, as who I am now, is an example to follow for you to be better. In the sense of, like, I don't want to see people like me live the way I live through the struggles that I've lived, or the path that I lived, for them to find peace. I don't want that. I want, like, for me, if I want to describe who I am as a person, is a product of my environment, that want to see others, it could be older, my age, or whatever the case might be, succeed, but succeed in a way that, like, it's not like follow my example, but it's just, I'm dropping the knowledge, the game of, like, look, this is how I've been throughout my life. This is what was going on in my life, X, Y, and Z. It's a good story. It is a good story, but the main thing is more about how you make your decisions throughout your life. And if I could set the example of like with not just the advice that I give to people, but like just being present matters. You know what I mean? And that's how I describe myself as like a messenger to people, and just like giving the guidance, the knowledge needed for them to really be not only wise for the future of their lives, but at some point, like, you know, they feel better for themselves at the end. You know, that's how I describe it. Like myself, like I see myself like as a messenger, technically as an advisor for people. At the end of the day, you know.
You want to help people.
Yeah, like it's not and I don't ask for anything back. I don't ask for anything back. I ask, the only thing that I ask for is that, like, yo, you walk your, like, your talk, you gotta walk it. Like, I want to see that. Like, it's good to talk it. It's a good story. Like I said, it could be a great story, but like, what have you done to talk that? You know, that's the one thing that I see that I want from people, and it literally, I don't need, excuse me, I don't need anything back. Just as a, like, could be like, if people offer me money and all that, or just whatever the case might be, I don't want to say offended, but I would be like, I don't really deserve it, because you deserve it at the end of the day. That's yours. You deserve it. Like, I don't see myself as like being like greedy for like any, how can I say, any like accolades, or like like people giving me my props. I don't care for that. Like, I only care about, like, if you really walk your path that you said to me, and if I could drop knowledge, advice, or whatever the case might be, if I could support anyhow, so, like, that would mean a lot for me, for you to succeed later on, you know. And that's why I want to be present. I want to be present, but I don't want to be like, I don't want to say that I'm like special. I'd say, like, if I'm significant to somebody, I did the necessary. And that's what matters.
I want to talk about the gym.
That's what's up.
Because you've had your transformation and your journey, and I think you're still going through it, and you take it very seriously, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your training and your nutrition and all that, and that's like part of your work, no?
Yeah, I mean, it is. Like, for me, good health is, I mean, health is wealth at the end. Like, you know, because if you wake up, like, for me, like, if you eat good, you sleep good, that's an indication that, like, yo, that's wealthy, you know. And being healthy, that matters the most, because, like, nowadays, man, I don't see, like, it's hard for me to see, like, not hard, I'm not gonna say that. It's more of, it's tough for me to see people that, like, that have potential. But I'm not saying physically, though. I'm saying more of, like, just their habits, good habits of life, you know. Like, for me, like, when I started working out, I wasn't, like, and you know that, because backstory to that, like, we started working out together, but at the same time, like, yeah, we did. We did with, like, when we was in like, funny enough, we were in high school together, but, like,
you know what I wanted to do? I want to do a podcast with Khalil and Willie and all those.
Hey, man,
all those guys.
Hey, say, hey, whatever the camera. Yeah, this one.
That's yours.
Yo,
and that's ours.
Khalil, come to the.
It's gonna happen.
Man.
I know it's gonna happen,
because
when I was when I went to my trip, my Tunisia trip, I had a talk with Khalil, and I told him, because he's from there. I told him, hey, I'm at your hometown right now. He was like,
crazy.
We had a whole conversation. I told him, like, when I get back, let's meet up. And then for some reason, it never ever happened. I mean, since high school, I've never seen this guy.
That's true. I
haven't seen this guy since high school.
That is quite true.
But he's busy. He's been.
I mean, yeah,
because he's always focused on school and all that. Like, he's always been a good student.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing, though. Like, I get,
it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Get it. But that's the reason why it's like, you can't just and it's the older you get, the harder it is to find time to hang out with with
Oh, yeah,
friends.
absolutely.
It's the
No,
worst thing
absolutely,
ever.
man. Like,
I'm feeling it now.
no, but it's okay though. Like,
Bro, these mosquitoes are killing me.
bro, I don't know about you. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
I'm-
moving since we started.
I'm
like,
not. I'm
"Ah."
not even. I'm okay. I'm moving because I'm getting uncomfortable a little bit. But like
Yeah.
you know, but but to answer like your question, but like look, it's okay. People have agendas. Like at the end of the day, it's not about like, it's not about like it's hard to find time. Yeah, of course it's hard to find time, but that's part of life, and life should never be the same. Yeah, that's how I see it. Like life should not be the same.
You know how I see it? We're giving these mosquitoes free blood, bro. They're
Yeah.
sucking me.
Yeah, that's on you.
Pause. Bro.
Cut.
Bro.
Cut.
Yeah, we'll cut that. We'll cut that. Dang.
Yeah. I'm still sitting down.
How you been, man?
I've been good. Been great. Been chilling.
I have some questions for you,
Yeah, what's up?
but I wanted you to answer those questions while we do something.
Yeah, but I mean, but like the gym thing, like for me, like it's more about like creating great habits. Like for me, creating good habits.
You've trained people, no?
I did train people, but I stopped because of like, I mean, I've went through a lot of situations in my life, but
Personal?
yeah, it's personal. But at the same time, I mean, will I go back to it? Sure, one day. I mean, sure, when the time comes for me,
Yeah.
you know, when I really have like the time for it. But at some point, it was good for me because like it learned me to really be organized, have structure to do what I want to do and what I love to do. And not just by training, but like as far as like, you know, cooking, you know, setting up like new ventures or new businesses, or like try to organize stuff for the future. Like that learned me a lot of stuff. Like it learned me a lot as far as like the
I think the term is taught you.
taught. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic.
It's all good.
I'm really you can see I have not been in school or I haven't been good at school. But
Me neither. I don't. We both weren't good at school.
facts. But you know,
We suck.
yeah. But I mean, but that's the thing. But school learned me. I mean, I'm not saying don't go to school. I mean, you should. I mean, you should because nowadays.
No, you should, but
you can't go anywhere without an education nowadays. But
it teaches you a lot. It's not even just about the classes. It's about the people that you hang out with, and it's the what I loved about school, and I miss it now. And I knew I was gonna miss it when every day I kept saying, "No, I can't wait to finish school." But now I look back at it, and I'm like, it's the social part that was so important, and now it's like as much as it is fun to work, make money, and like have free time to do whatever you want to do, make your projects. That's amazing, but the people that we were surrounded by every day and the routine that we had, it's like we take it for granted when we're in that moment, and then when it disappears, they always told us this is the best moments of your life. Whenever it's gonna end, after you're not gonna you're gonna miss it. We were like, no, we're not gonna. It's school, like whatever. And then eventually you finish school, and then you're like, oh shit,
yeah,
those were good moments, good times.
You have some like for me, I had the worst experience socially as far as like me being like in school, like
Really?
socially, like and reflecting on everything, like it reflected
All the
on
years,
Huh?
all the like high school. You mean?
Yeah, high school until like when I went to trade school. Like you know that the thing is with me, it was like it was hard for me, like because you know I went through a lot of personal stuff, like, and that derailed like who I was as an individual.
Well, I think we both went through a lot of personal stuff during high
but,
school.
I mean,
That was
true,
really
but, like no, that's true. But
it shaped us into who we are right now.
That is true. But me, it's like it's more the fact of like I'm not gonna put myself in a pedestal here. I'm not at all. I'm just like I'm speaking on my experiences that like high school really like taught me like who to be with at the right time.
Oh yeah.
Like and that's important. That and for me that went a long way because like like the same people that I've talked with before, like they're still here. You know what I mean? So like that, and that's significant to me. So that, but like for real, socially, like man, I was not there, bro. Like for real, high school was really like, I gotta go do my thing, and just like go, and just go home.
That was college for me, until I met some good people that I just started like, because I knew they weren't like messing around, and it was just there to work. But in the beginning, it was like, okay, go do your classes and just rush home because you're not staying here. This isn't you. People are weird.
Because sometimes, okay, you be like, man, studies and all that, but that like everything that goes into it is a discipline. You got to dedicate to something that you don't like.
Yeah.
You got to because.
But tell that to a 17-year-old.
I mean, that's true. But at the same time, that is true. But nowadays, it's different. It's hard to get advice, just advice, because people are just stuck.
But I feel like everyone's just throwing out advice, and then like you don't know who to listen to.
True, that is true. But at some point of time, like you gotta even like sometimes I cross 17-year-olds like lately, and they're like, "Man, how you do it? How you do it?" I'm like, "Look, I'll be honest with you. It's not easy. It's not easy. Like on a house and all that. Like that's not easy to get. It's not easy to work for. But do you want to dedicate yourself to like something that you want to do? And it could be whatever the case might whatever the case might be. It could be anything. For real, it could be anything. It's just you gotta have your own information. You gotta be informed. You gotta be wise. You gotta be cautious. And it like I said, it will go a long way if you're being serious about it.
Let's do some planks and answer some questions.
Why?
Because I feel like doing planks.
You are you for real?
Yeah.
Is you for real?
Yeah.
You know why he's saying that? Because he just asked me the question about me going to the gym. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, but why now? Like, yeah, you know, you're interviewing me, right?
True, but let's do it. I think it'll be fun. So.
Nah, bro.
You don't want to do it?
Nah, man. I'm
Come on.
What you mean, dog? Like for real? Like I gotta go to the gym after. Like we could.
You're doing abs tonight?
Yeah.
It's a minute plank.
It's a minute plank.
Add a minute plank into your workout.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it before going to work out.
Why not?
Because why? If I strain my abs, man, what could happen?
Strain your abs.
Yeah, I need stretching, bro.
So let's stretch first, then.
Cut. This whole segment cut. That's brought to you by, I don't know, somebody at us.
No, I don't have sponsors yet.
Bruh, if you do,
I'll get them. I know I'll get them.
Shout out.
I want to make merch too, but I feel like I'm going too fast. Like
you got all these ideas. I know. I
have so many ideas on like sketches to make, like hoodies to print out. I want to make like hats and stuff. But like, I'll just do my 10 first episodes first.
For real? No.
Like, just calm down. I'll just calm down a bit.
I know.
Just record.
But at the same time, I can't fault you, bro. I can't fault you. At some point, like me too. I see you do beanies.
It's the brain going crazy to do creative stuff when, like, just there's a patience part and there's a consistency part.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do both.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be patient.
That is true.
And if you go too fast, you might like burn out.
I mean, I see you, but I see the future for you. That's the one thing. That's a good thing, you know, because like
I see my future.
Yeah, bro.
How's it looking?
Come on, it's great.
Yeah,
for real.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna do good?
Yeah.
I'll have a bunch of kids.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know about that, but you know, like that's a you question. I don't know what it is, but no, I see a good future in you, for real, because like. Because from the years that I know you, that I've known you,
yeah,
I've never encountered a moment of you being not being consistent. You had your phases. It's normal.
Until this podcast where I'm fucking inconsistent with not moving because of these stupid mosquitoes.
Cut. But yeah, that's your fault. You should have brought a hoodie, man.
Yeah.
But for real, like I see a great future in you because for real, like you had your phases, but there's a lot of times that I'm taking it back. Yeah, you had your yeah,
Thanks.
you had your phases. No, because I'm dyslexic. I'm terrible at wording. But I haven't seen you not being consistent on something that you like. I've never seen that. I've never seen
True.
a lack of consistency towards what you want to do, and that speaks volume.
You know why? Because it doesn't make sense to me if you. We all have feelings for things, right? Like you try something and you genuinely feel like, oh, I like this, so I'll keep doing it. Why would you stop, or why would you not put your 100% in that thing if your whole mind and your heart is telling you you're
Do it.
enjoying this, so keep doing it for whatever, 5, 10, 20 years, or until you don't like it anymore, and then see what comes out of it.
But the thing is that what was the funny part about it is that sometimes you will tend to not like it, but it's a habit.
What do you mean?
Because in a sense, let's say, I mean,
You'll never not like something.
No, of course, but it's more like the fact of, like, let's say the gym, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, that in hindsight, people will look at it and they're like, man, it's like the only place I could be fit. Okay, let's go. But for like 3 months after that, they're like, man, you know what? Let's go tomorrow, man. Like, you know what? Probably next week, big dog. Like, but yeah, sometimes you will tend to not like it, but at the same time, you will go back to the results that you had, and you can be like, man, okay, this is the results that I had before. It could be. I'm just saying the gym as like an example, but in general, when you see results about something that you've stopped doing or stopped being consistent on, for real, you gotta be like, man, but like I've been killing it. I've been killing it. So why am I stopping? Why should I stop?
Yeah, results are motivating.
Yeah, because that explains, like, that's the thing. But because results are facts, like the facts says everything. Like if you seen the progress from, let's say, 3 years ago until now, and you look at yourself and you're like, yeah, man, like, why did I stop? Why did I stop? You know what? Let me go back into it.
What would you like to happen next year if we do a part 2 of this podcast next year? What would you like to tell me? Like, what's the thing? Hey, look, we talked about this and I did it.
I think ownership in a business.
Yeah, which
I don't have it in mind yet.
you want to own a business?
But I would love to have ownership of a business that have LLC, like an LLC with.
That you started,
there's no LLC in Canada, but that I have a corporation or something like that. That's a big vision. That's a big step for me.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like in life, I've learned about myself that, like, I can't stand having a boss or just people bossing me around or like that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, I think it's my character, probably my pride. I don't like taking that. but at some point, I'm like, I appreciate where they're coming from as well, But at some point, for me, I think where I want to be at in my life, I would love to have ownership of a business. Myself.
Did you ever think you've had or you have problems holding back your anger?
Hell yeah.
Because I remember in high school.
Hell yeah. Still to this day. No, not gonna lie to
you. You broke the gym door window, the glass on the door at the gym. I think you punched it or you elbowed it or you kneed it or something.
I'm competitive.
Yeah.
I'm competitive.
Just broke the thing.
Yeah.
And I remember we were.
That was 200.
We were walking down the.
That was $200.
They charged you 200?
Yeah, bro. My mom was crazy, bro. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, we were. At me crazy. I remember we were just walking.
What the hell you were doing?
Yeah, we were walking past in the hallway, and I just see a cracked window. Look what happened. And then someone tells me, "Hey, Joe,
everybody
knocked that out."
Yeah, in our school, everybody snitched. Everybody was like, see, that is this dude right here. You know what I mean?
Well, what are they gonna say?
I mean,
it just fell.
I don't know. God did. I don't know.
The thing just
Yeah.
it's an old school. It just fell apart.
But I'm not okay. Like, look. Before I was angry. Now I'm not that angry as I was before. Let's just keep it all the way real. But like for me, yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to control my anger. But but I understand what's the repercussion to being angry. Like at some point,
$200.
exactly, because you never know what could happen after that. Like people could go through an episode being mad, screaming, all that. And you could break something, but you gotta know you gotta pay the price. But it could be financial, but just morally.
Yeah,
You know what I
people
mean?
see you in a different way.
Exactly, because people will have like narratives about you.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, not bad. To me, people that said some stuff about me could be like years ago or whatever, or now. Like it's not that I don't care. It's more the fact of like, yeah, but does it really need that? Like, do I really need to hear it? It should be for unnecessary people, yeah. But for me, sometimes there's a lot of people that like try not to know me, but they know me for like could be antics or it could be like my character or whatever the case might be. But they don't have a deep dive who I am.
And
how I act like that.
and like if you went through that and like you changed and now you know deep inside that you're not that person anymore, then like whatever, like who cares what they say.
I find it funny though.
Yeah.
I find it funny because I'm like, but you still stuck on that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're like you still stuck on that? Like it's that, like I said, like I'm sorry to cut you off, but like it's more effective. Like this is where I found it funny. This is where like where I'm at right now. I'm alright. Like okay, you find okay, I broke the glass window. Yeah, I like, but who I am outside of that.
It's like I've done a million things and
Yeah,
you're
for
just stuck
real.
on that glass window that I broke. But that's the big things that people like.
They hold that against you.
Yeah, they remember it and they're like, okay, this guy, because
Man, this dude wildin'.
who?
Like nah,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
was
yeah,
looking at me
they're
like,
like-
man, this dude wildin', like crazy. By people that really know me, they be like, yeah, like it's all good though.
Yeah.
You know. But that was like the only bad thing that I've done. That's cool. That's the only bad thing.
Okay, you don't want to do a plank, so we're
Yeah,
Just
that's
gonna-
on you, man.
just. What do you mean that's on me?
Yeah, bro. Hey,
What do you mean that's on me?
I don't know, bro. That's on you.
I thought it'd be cool if we answered questions, but the challenge would be to hold a plank and hold the mics while doing it.
Hell no.
Why? Okay, you don't have to. I'm not gonna force you.
That's what I mean.
It's all good. Okay. You know what I just while you were talking, I just realized and just popped in my head. I don't think I like going to the gym. I don't think I enjoy the gym that much. The reason the part of it that I like is obviously first of all the results,
Mm-hmm.
but also the most important thing I think for me is just proving to myself that I could do it and that I could be consistent throughout my whole life and like be in the best shape of my life. That's why I call it a transformation, a 6 months transformation. That's what I'm on right now.
But that's crazy though. Like I see it from like what you're in your second month.
Yeah, day 66 today.
Yeah, like you see, like he's in his second month, and I see results. you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you do.
I do see it, bro. Like yo, it's crazy because like, like if I see it, that says a lot.
Hey, if Joe
That's
sees
good.
it, then
Hey, nah, hey,
You're
look, no, but that's good jealousy though. That's good jealousy. I want competition like that. Like this, because that pushes me to go harder.
but because I've never done this before. Not the gym. I've been working out since we started working
Yeah,
out
we
together.
started working out.
I've
Wow.
never taken it as seriously as I'm taking it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like full circle, like nutrition and working out, and just getting my one cheat meal on a Saturday night where I could just let loose. But other than that, I'm like clean. I'm tracking everything, and for 6 months, I want to be as locked in as I possibly can.
Yeah.
just to prove to myself that you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I chose 6 months is because I started exactly on July 1st, and 6 months from July 1st is January 1st, 2025.
That's crazy.
And that video that's coming out on January 1st, 2025
Clip that.
is going to be a compilation of that 6-month journey of me eating good, working out. Cuz I never dove into, like, I don't like it. I don't enjoy going to the gym, and it gets, when you do the same thing 2 times a week, it gets boring a bit.
Yeah, because like you don't like the feeling of getting repetitively like hurt, quote unquote.
Yeah, but the drive is there because I know that there's an end goal, and I know that when that comes, that's gonna be my proof to myself that I'm actually good enough.
You see, like that for me, like that goes into what I said about results. Like results, like you see facts, but like, do you want to stop it at like that? This is my like that's like technically like a rhetorical question. It's like, well, if you see the results, would you like stop? That's the one thing.
If you see what I told myself is 6 months, you're done. That's your phase 1. You're done with phase 1. You've proven phase 1. Then you're gonna go into phase 2, and phase 2 is gonna be 2 times as strict as you were in phase 1. Phase 1, okay, you had your cheat meal, you had your little sauce on the side, you ate that extra 200 calories. Phase 2 will be, instead of drinking that soy milk, you'll drink something a lot something a lot better than that. That's gonna,
shout out to Jad, 60 calories.
that's an inside joke that I do
Yeah,
not
it is.
yet.
Yeah, it is. You will see that.
Anything you want to ask me?
I mean, for me, like, not because for me, you know what it is, like, I mean, I think with the conversation that we gotta have, probably, it's more because, like, for me, it's like, I think what you're saying is technically, I'm not really asking you a question, it's more the fact, like, you're adding into it, to my response. Like, this is what I like about him, about Hanan. The reason why, like, I'm able to like really talk outgoing and not really like have like a what's it called, a restraint, it's more the fact of like I'd love that because like you grow through the mental side of not only yourself but towards the environment that you are in. Like, let's say if I'm in that space, I could be honest as possible, and not just honest as possible, but being true to myself towards the people that really like deserve it. And not just he deserves it, but like he's been like, I've seen him grow with me at some point. Yeah, we're 3 years apart, but like he's been not only there, but he's really been like, he cares a lot. And not just cares a lot, but he cares it, but with intention. Like, sometimes people care, but like they show empathy and that's it. But you, it's more of like, yeah, I care about not just that person, but it's more the fact of like, I care about like what he goes through on the daily, you know. And that's impressive nowadays, especially nowadays, because like people really, I see people and they're all on their phones. They express it through their phones, like, oh man, I wish I had this, but why don't you get it? You know, like, yeah, it's because that's what. Nah, I don't want to say irritate me, but it's just like, I look at it and I'm like, wow, okay, that's funny, because like, okay, you care about somebody else's well-being, but do you really know him? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's tough to say it in public. That's tough to say in public. For me, especially for me, because I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, nah, you show grace to that person, but like, do you really want to care for that person when you're just moving on through your day?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because sometimes I sit and I tell myself, like, sometimes it's so easy for me to just, because I have this other side of me that says, look, whatever happens in your life, it's not the end of the world. I have this I don't know how to call it. Like, it's this rock inside me that'll tell me, no matter what happens, no matter what anyone does to you, as long as you have your faith and you have your family around you, like, it doesn't matter. It's not. And then you sit here and you tell me that I'm, from what I understood, someone that's always there for people.
Yeah, in a way, like I'm not gonna say like, I'm not saying physically, because
But
physically we're everywhere.
but not even physically. But I'm saying I listen to that and I tell myself, am I? Because me, sometimes I feel like I'm, like, I really don't. And I've had this conversation with someone else before. I can't remember who, but I feel heartless sometimes. That like honestly, as much as I love the people around me and I want to show them support and give them every ounce of support that I could give, at the end of the day, it's, I don't know why, but something tells me, like, you don't really care. Like me, I don't care that much about it. And it's a very, you know why? I think because I feel like it's very selfish, but I feel like I haven't made it yet. So who am I to support or help or do anything for anyone else if I haven't proven to myself that I could do it for me? And that's why I always give 100% to everything that I do, because until I get to that place where I'm proud of myself and I know that I've made it financially and emotionally and physically, whatever, through working out or whatever, like, who am I to help someone out? And I feel like that's why I tell myself, you don't care, and you're not supposed to care, because think about you first and get to that place and then start helping the people out, because they're going to appreciate it a lot more.
Absolutely.
Because you're at that place and you're ready to give.
Absolutely. I totally get what you're coming from, because like for me, I've been there. I've been heartless at a big portion of my life. Like I've been heartless, but it's not about like, it's how people understand it, how people take it as, Yeah, sometimes like when I say like you do care, yes, you do care, but people should understand where you're at as like a position, and that goes a long way. And you show it best, because like, yeah, okay, I might not have like I'm not, like, let's say I'm not at the greatest situation that I'm at right now, but I'm still there. I'm still showing up. Like you still show up. Yeah, no matter what the case might be. It could be physically, like you could be significant. You could be as significant when you're physically there than you're not. And that's why I said, like, to a lot of people, they're like, yeah, no, it's okay to be selfish, because you're chasing greatness for yourself first. But that's the thing that people don't get. Chasing greatness first for yourself reflects on everybody that is around you.
Exactly.
Because that's big, because if the people around you are letting you do that, that says a lot about who you're hanging with too, And that goes, like I said, it goes a long way, because like for me, where I'm at right now in my life, I will not be in the position if it wasn't for my circle of friends, my girlfriend, and for real like people like you, not just you, because you're my little brother, like you're my best friend, like, you know what I mean? Like my circle of friends, you, my girl, and things of that nature, like they are significant because they're letting me do what I gotta do to get what I want or get what I need, But for me, where I'm at right now, I'm in the process of like, yeah, I'm still getting what I need, but that don't like I'm not hesitating for you to tell me, like, if you need anything, I'm here, And I've always been like that, even if I never had it, And I get what you're saying, because like you have to be selfish, but it's not arrogance, because like, man, it's a great quote that 50 Cent says, like, people would mistake your arrogance for confidence. Like, no, people mistake your confidence for arrogance. But how am I arrogant? How am I arrogant when I'm confident that I'm gonna make it? That's something that people really do not want to understand, if they really are like in a different position in your life. But at some point, it will kick in for everybody. For everybody, it will kick in for everybody. But they don't realize it now because they're young. They want to party, burn credit cards, and all that. No disrespect, because sometimes you do need to have fun. You do need to decompress mentally, but also you got to understand where you're at. And if you are not happy with where you're at, what sometimes you should say to yourself, what am I wasting my time for? You know?
Do you feel like sometimes do you feel like you'd be better off if you had no relationships in your life and it was just you?
Hell no.
Because I tell myself this a lot. And even if I know it's not true, I tell myself, if you, and I've been in the place where where I cut off everyone, and it was just me and my family, and I see that moment as one of the best moments of my life, because I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot every time I say these things, because I go against everything that I stand for. But I've always felt the most powerful when I wasn't as attached to, whether it be a relationship or friends around me or any group of people that I hang out with. I've always been the best version of myself when it's just me.
And you shouldn't be like, I'm sorry to cut you off, because you're gonna go through but you shouldn't be scared to say that. Like, you shouldn't be like, I don't think people like, and that takes courage, because like, for real, people don't get it. Like, it's a lot to talk to you in the third person. That takes a lot. No, for real. Like, I'm being serious. Like, just to talk about the character that you are. That says a lot. That says a lot about people's growth. Not just growth like personally.
I feel like my whole life is me looking at myself as like a third person.
Do you know what I mean? Same here, but in a different light. You know. And I get it. Go ahead. Go continue what you're saying.
Can't remember where I was going with that.
So you said like you've been the best version of yourself when you were.
Yeah, I feel like when I get in a group or I get around people, I mold into whatever they are, and that takes away from the potential of who I am and I know I could be.
Absolutely. Get
it?
Yeah, no, I get it.
And as soon as I detach from that or I disconnect from that, it's like a door that opens and I see exactly who I know I want to be and I can be. And as every time I've detached myself from friends or from people, and I took a step back and I focused on myself, it always opened things like my music. It opened things like photography. It opened things like this podcast. Every time I just close every door and I focus on just me, it's like, I don't know how to describe that feeling. But
I get what you come from.
Like, it's the best feeling in the world.
Because you're facing your reality.
You're not restricted to any mold.
Exactly.
And you don't care about fitting any mold because you're just being you at that moment.
I'm taking it back. It's not you're facing your reality. It's more that you're taking ownership of your reality. You know? And that's a big word. Like, and shout out to Dorian, for real. Like, he taught me that. Like, one time I was low in my life.
You gotta have Dorian on the podcast.
Yo, bro, big bro. Shout out to him. But for real, it's more for me, when I was at my lowest in my life, he he would hold me accountable for who I was.
Who?
Dorian.
Oh, really?
For real. Like one time he really DM'd me. I was having troubles like just mentally about some stuff, and he was like, "Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like you seem lost. You see, you don't seem lost. You are lost. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that reality check. Like, hey man, like whenever you gotta take your ownership of whatever your life, your time, you. Whenever, like, I'm just paraphrasing right now, but like it's like he told me that like it still sits to me to this day that like yeah, but you don't take ownership of what you want to do. Yeah, you say a lot of things, you say a lot of stuff, but you don't walk it. You don't own that. You don't own that. And do people want to see you in that light? No. So take ownership of your time. Take ownership. Like, look, he says it's easy to talk it, but man, like when you appreciate the walk that you're doing, the journey that you're doing, it doesn't feel like you're doing this for nothing. You're doing it for something. It's just that for you, it feels so empty that like it felt wasted because of the surroundings that I was at, the surroundings that I was with throughout that time, and just things of that nature. But at some point, he's like, "Hey man, like sometimes you gotta cut off a lot of stuff for you to be where you want to be," and that's ownership. You gotta cut off things. You gotta hone in. You gotta hone in on a craft that you built, and you still are building. But you have to continue to build and appreciate where you're at, because I had results. He told me you have results. It's just that you don't. It feels like it's not enough because you're doing this for nothing. It felt like you're doing this for nothing. But looking back at it, I was like, but no, he's right. That takes a lot out. Like it takes a lot out of me to say that.
Yeah.
You know, like people have a hard time to say like the honest truth about who they are as people, because sometimes I do be arrogant sometimes, but look, I'm only human at the end. I'm only human at the end of the day, but I appreciate people holding me accountable for where I am, for what I've done, so I could be better.
Shout out to Dorian.
Big team. Shout out to Dorian for sure.
I think it's been an hour we're here sitting.
For real? That's crazy.
Getting fried by mosquitoes. I
mean, I'm not. I don't know about you, but you just said it, but it's all good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go home and sit in a bath of alcohol or something.
Says the person that doesn't like alcohol. That's crazy.
No, rubbing alcohol. Because it stings like perfume. You know, they spray perfume so it doesn't sting.
Okay, you're sorry like that.
Yeah.
Cut. I'm kidding. I am kidding.
Is there anything else you want to touch on before we end this?
For real, me, what I want to touch on. What do I want to touch? It's gonna be controversial. I don't know if it's gonna be controversial or not, but
thank you for listening to our.
Everything that I think I've said some controversial stuff, but you know.
No, I don't think we have.
No, but for me, I feel
like they're gonna watch back and they're gonna think we said a lot of nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, no, but to the people that really care, they would be like, oh, okay, I feel where he's coming from. But at some point, like what I wanted to touch on now is more. Do you think people's attention span is gone?
Yeah, definitely. I think of that every time I make a thumbnail or something, which reminds me I have to take a picture of you for the thumbnail. Yeah, like you have to. It's not just about sitting here and doing a podcast and talking. You have to find things to make your thing engaging, because there's a million other podcasts out there, and how are you standing out? Even if your message is good and you're preaching good stuff, no one's going to get to that message if you're not marketing it right. You know? And why do we have to market it so much? Because people just don't care anymore. They just scroll.
Yeah.
They just scroll, and they have no what did you call it? They have no attention span anymore.
Yeah, like I for me it's more the fact of like they put so much synthetic,
and we're part of it.
I mean, for sure. No, don't get me wrong. We do, but honestly, it's that like You know what? Like, because you know the attention span is so bad lately. It reflects on every conversation that people are always having. It goes through a bunch of nothing, and people look the same because you gotta like. You know why? How I see it is that like, okay, if people's attention span are going like it's just gone, right? How's the conversation? How do people look? And how do people feel? How do people they act? How like their sense of like who they are personally, you know? And for real, I look at it and I'm like, wow, we are bad. We are terrible.
Yeah, no, we suck.
We horrible. Like
We're
for
really,
real because
like we should just like quit.
okay, that's inside of you talking, but you know, but for me it's like because like it just reflects on everything that like people are like how can I say it? You walk like we're from Montreal, yeah. Like when we walk in Montreal, you just
Not in
see,
Montreal.
I mean,
I'm
but
from Laval.
yeah, but like people who do not know who Laval is. What Laval is.
I,
Okay,
na-
anyways,
I named my Instagram Curious Minds
MTL.
_MTL.
You see how hypocritical that is. but the thing is that like just walk in Montreal or just walk in any big cities. Just look at people. I'm not saying this just like to denigrate people, just people in general. I'm not saying that. I'm
Denigrate
saying
a word.
that's crazy. But yeah, I'm crazy. Damn.
Denigrate?
But I mean, I don't know. But anyways,
That's in French. Dénigrer?
denigrate. No, I mean, no, but you can say. Cut. But
Can you kick up? Kip up?
bro, why now? But anyways, as I was saying, doing this BS workout in the middle of an interview. That's mad.
Almost fell into the bush.
You deserved it. but anyways, as I was saying, just walk in any big city and you'd be like, man, everybody look alike.
Yeah, everybody does look alike now.
People all look alike. Everybody.
But it's like trends.
No, but trends are not, bro. It feels like forever. It feels like you've seen this forever. You know what I mean? Like I see and you know what it is. You know how trends like happen.
Yeah.
Because big part of it is attention span. Big part of it goes through that, and people look like people they're gonna be like, yo, that's fire. They're gonna do that, but they forget everything that happened. What happened today in the span of like 2 minutes. Like they feel like their life has been like a clip of like a 3-minute clip.
But you have to play the game. Like you can't live life. Let's live life.
Like live life like throughout like let's say a camera phone.
I had a thing called Live Life. I can't forget. Oh yeah, there was an episode I did on my other channel called Live Life. That's anyways. Just lost my train of thought there.
It's all good. We've been here for a while.
Yeah, what was I saying? What was I saying?
What's it called? The thought of people. Like you can't live your life through.
Yeah, you can't live your life ignoring the fact that people have short attention span. Like you have to take advantage of that and work around that because, like, what are you gonna do to stop that?
True. It is true. Don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, we have to work. We have to work around it. But at some point, why should people dime their like status, quote unquote, down to that certain to these certain people? Sometimes it's because it says a lot about what you're saying. Like, yeah, sometimes again, like you attach to that group of whatever the case might be. It's gonna reflect on what you're doing. But as soon as you open your house, like open the door of your house, you're gonna be like, man, that's that. You look at it differently. You're gonna be like, man, why did I? That's weird. The way that we're saying.
I think it's always happened and it's been happening since, like,
Forever. I think.
Yeah, because we're just getting lazier and lazier.
Oh my god! Tell me about
That's
it, man.
why.
God.
And like,
My
God. we because we love convenience.
Facts.
It's just that you can't live.
It feels like sorry to go short, but like it feels like everything is anticlimactic.
Yeah, because we've seen it all. We've seen we just see we've seen everything now.
Yeah. But it's me. It's like because it reflects on everything, man. Like it's like everything is like you could. How can I say it? Like you could predict it
Yeah, everything's predictable.
because
Bro,
like
even my forehead is covered of
damn, bro, that's
things.
crazy. Now my lats are being ate.
Being what?
My lats.
They're being shown.
No, it's being ate by bugs.
Being eaten.
Eat.
Being eaten.
Dyslexic 101. Ha.
Part 3.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Hey,
I'm bad with words.
let's cut it here.
Yeah, for real.
Guys, thank you for listening. Subscribe, like, show me support, give me money or something.
Ha. No, damn sure people would. Yeah, attention span. Look at this. Greedy ass.
No, I'm kidding. But honestly, if you love these conversations and all that, just subscribing and liking and showing support and sharing this podcast means a lot. It means the world. I want to keep interviewing people that that I know have had an impact on my life and that I know that could give some wisdom, and I could have genuine conversations like the one that I had today with Jonathan. Jonathan, I appreciate you for sitting down with me and having this talk.
All pleasure, man. Thank you so much, man.
And it's not the end. It's not the last time we're going to do this. We're definitely going to do a lot more videos together.
Of course.
I'll get those planks out of you one day or another as well.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
No, really, I appreciate you giving me this time.
No,
we spent
absolutely,
like an hour here, even though I was moving around and shaking because some people took our table that we usually record on.
Yeah,
and we had to find this stupid little spot to record, and I kept moving around because of the mosquitoes.
But it's okay, it's ghetto, but you know.
Hey, I'm gonna have the studio cleaned up, and I'm gonna start filming there, so it's gonna be a lot better.
Like, share for the studio to be cleaned up quick, for real.
And if you watch this episode and you have something to say and you want to come on the podcast and have a conversation with me, let me know as well. And I'm open to suggestions, changing things around, and I can't wait to get my Curious Minds merch so I could just rep it all the time because I'm so happy about this project.
Big thing. That's big looks, but for real. Like, and I appreciate, like, and before we like end it, like, for real, me, honestly, it's been an honor for me to, like, you know, just to express myself, not just through a camera, but it's more the fact of, like, expressing myself through people that really care too, you know, like. And you said a lot, like, you said it best, like, people needed a platform to just really, like, express who they are as a mind, you know. And that says a lot, because for me it's been like, yeah, it's been like, it felt like it was all over the place, but for me it's more the fact, like, you see, that's genuine, like, that's genuine.
Yeah, our
conversations are genuine. It's not even forced. Like, we don't talk about like things on the paper, you know what I mean? We don't talk about, like, things that is like, oh, okay, so this, you know. For me, it's like that goes a long way, because if you're really genuine with that person, you really care about battery low. Damn. If you but if you really care about that person for real, like, that goes a long way.
Okay, it's okay. We'll talk on this one.
Yeah, that goes a long way for real, and I'm mad happy for what you're doing, man. For real, keep doing what you're doing, because it's really, as far as, like, people, like, in our circle of, like, age, really need that. They really need, like, the knowledge. They really need the game just to like, really, like, not just feel good about themselves, but to have reassurance too. And literally, like, we're doing it in a genuine setting.
Yeah,
it's not like it's forced. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I really appreciate that for you, for you to have me in the pod, man. And second episode in, wow, I feel special.
This is the third one.
This
is the third one. I did one with
Sorry, I just screamed to your mic. I'm sorry. I'm my bad.
It's okay. It'll clip, but it's okay. We'll still hear you. I want to do one last thing before we cut it off.
Yeah.
There's a trick I learned. I think Chris Brown did it once. Well, I don't know if you can see.
You see how genuine it is, bro?
But my head's gonna hit the
You got a headstand?
No. I don't know if they're gonna see it, but wait.
Yeah, now I'm getting. Okay, bro. You think I'm okay? I'm acrobatic, but not that acrobatic, bro. Like, come on, man. I just barked. I'm sorry. You see how ghetto it is. You see how genuine it is, because you would not do that like in front of everybody else.
I'm gonna clip that to put that in the first clips of the episode. That's why.
Crazy.
That's why I did that, because I wanted to be.
Big clip.
All right, thank you guys for listening. Tune in
Sure.
to the next podcast. I drop these every Tuesday at 10 a.m. So tune in and peace.
Big thing.